So on this next one, when it says rewrite it as a function of x, what they're really saying is we want it to be like y equals some stuff, right? So, but we know that these are linear functions. So what I really want to do is rewrite it as f of x equals some stuff. So probably what I'll do is solve for y and then replace y with f of x. So to solve for y, the first thing I'm going to do is move stuff away from the y. I'm going to add 29 to this side, remembering whatever I do on one side, I have to do to the other. When I do that, I get 1 over 16x plus 1 over 320y equals 29. Now, this is interesting. I need to get rid of the fractions. We don't like the fractions. What I notice is that 320 is divisible by 16. So one of the techniques we've been using is that if I want to get rid of a fraction, I multiply the whole equation by the denominator. I'm going to multiply this whole thing by 320. So when I do that, I'm gonna multiply 320 by 1 over 16, which is just going to give me 320 over 16x plus, then I'm going to multiply this by 320, which will give me 320 over 320y. And then lastly, I need to know what 29 times 320 is. So I'm just going to get my calculator out and I'm just going to plug that in. So I'm just going to clear my screen and I'm going to say 320 times 29, 9,280. So that whole thing becomes 9,280. And what I say whole thing, I'm talking about 320 times 29. Now, the other thing that I need to figure out is what is 16? How many times does 16 go into 320? In other words, I want to know what 320 divided by 16 is. Well, it's 20. So this whole thing here this right here reduces down to 20 over 1x. 320 divided by 320 is just 1y, but I'm just going to write down y is equal to 9,280. Next, I'm just going to subtract 20x from both sides. And I'm going to toss this up here. That gives me y is equal to, and I'm going to write it in this order, negative 20x plus 9,280, but we want to write it in function notation or as a function of x. So I'm just going to replace the y with f of x is equal to negative 20x plus 9,280. But I just want to double check that real quick and make sure that my math is right. So I'm going to look real quick on my solution key and see if that was one of the options. I'm going to assume that